often as a general election. And so, like at the moment, I think we should leave the constitution as it is. We'll say the one that comes to mind is the panel system, of course, within the Shannon. I think we have to wait and see how that'll play out. Um, will it be effective or not? I think it will. I do think the panel system will be great for the Shannon. I do think it'll get different voices in the Shannon, get different voices elected. Um, but yeah, no. In terms of my personal perspective, I'm quite happy with how the constitution is held at the moment. Fianna Fáil does not have any plans to propose any amendments.
Thank you, Nicholas.
Is that all from you, Emperor?
Yeah, back to you, Noah.
Alrighty then. Well, Nicholas, you've been on here for a fair amount of time, so we'll go ahead and let you go.
Oh, hang on, we've just had count three, and count three's just come in.
Oh, count three. Count three. Yep, I've just been pinged for that frantically. Oh, okay, this is interesting. Yeah, okay. This is good news for a Social Democrat. Count three in the general election. Shannon, Social Democrats gain from Fine Gael, and North Leinster, Social Democrats are holding. So that's good news for Social Democrats. They're gaining a seat from Fine Gael, who has probably been one of their most arch rivals within recent political times, and they managed to hold one of their regular, consistent seats. So, wow, that's really good. Emperor, what do you, obviously we're starting to get all of these seats in now. So, with that being said, and actually, no, whilst as you can see there, Jesse is currently editing the map. Jesse, you're there. We'll ask you again some questions. So, cameraman, bring the camera in on Jesse there so we can see what she says. So Jesse, hello again. So, Jesse, you see that we have all of these seats coming in now. Social Democrats, they're picking up some seats now. They've just gained one from Fine Gael, one of their most arch rivals within recent political times, I just mentioned. And they're also holding their seats. So, with that being said, Jesse, what is it? How are you feeling about it so far in terms of what you're seeing? I would say, so I'll just read out what she says in case people can't see. So she's saying, I would say Fine Gael as the traditional second party is being replaced by Sinn Féin, and I think that can be put down to Bo's resignation. Right. Well, Jesse can't. Yeah, you won't be able to see what Jesse says. So I'll probably I'll speak for you guys in case you can't see it. So I would say Fine Gael as a traditional second party is being replaced by Sinn Féin. I think that can be put down to Bo's resignation. That's a fair opinion. That is a fair opinion indeed. Fine Gael are going to struggle. How many seats do you reckon they might lose? Would you say if you think they are going to struggle? How many do you think they'll lose? Because I don't know. I don't remember the seat count from last election, but I know, that they had a few. I would say 4 minimum. Oof, 4 minimum. That's interesting. That is very interesting. That is a bold prediction as well. I wouldn't dismiss Fine Gael like that. I mean, to be fair, it's also not a bad 40, but see. And I've just been told about the Shannon Industrial and Commercial Panel Count 2, so I'll go ahead and read that. So Jesse, this is concerning you. So let me go ahead and read it. So Jesse, you managed to receive 2 votes. Jaden managed to receive 4 votes, and Francis Butler Yeats managed to receive 5 votes. Quotes to be elected 6 votes. Count 2 result, and no candidate has been elected, which means Jesse, you have been eliminated, and your votes will be redistributed. So, I'm commiserations to you, Jesse. I will be suing the Electoral Commission. Good luck with that. Now let me see. Okay. The same panel has been has come back with count 3. So, Shannon Industrial and Commercial Panel count 3. Jaden of the Social Democrats has received 4 votes. Francis Butler Yeats of Sinn Féin. I almost said Francis of the Social Democrats for a second there. Francis of the Sinn Féin party has received 7 votes, which means he has been elected to the Shannon on the 3rd count. And as well, Jaden has been elected to the Shannon on the third count with no other candidates left and with only 2 seats to be filled. So basically, both of them pick up a seat, so no one loses. And yeah, congratulations to the both of them, and congratulations to Social Democrats and Sinn Féin there. So it must be good for both of them there right now. So, yeah, that's what we are so far. So, Nicholas is still on the stage here for a second. So I want to refresh him, make the seat empty. There we go. Right. So, with that being said, Jesse's going ahead and editing the map there. So if we can come around, just go to the map one more time for me, please. Give him a moment. Yep, there he is. So there you go. Jesse's now just showing you guys the map
just
there using her phone.
We've got count 4.
Oh, count 4. Alrighty, good. Thank you very much. Count 4. Let me go ahead and read this. Jesse, you might as well get ready to edit the map. Right. Oh, okay. Oh God, this is bad. Emperor, this is bad for one particular party.
Seems to be a repeating pattern throughout election night, doesn't it? That one particular party.
Yeah, that doesn't. Well, yeah, it's not surprising me so far. So, general election, count 4. Ulster, Sinn Féin gain from Fine Gael. Dublin South, Fine Gael hold, and the Midlands, Social Democrat hold. Oof, must be painful in the Fine Gael headquarters tonight, Emperor. What do you think?
Well, I think what it does show is that the opinion polls we saw earlier today and yesterday have been materialising here on election night. We've seen this is, Sinn Féin gaining in Ulster. That's, historically, that's always been split between two different parties, but Sinn Féin has a lot of historical rooting to Ulster, and they've now got both those seats there. And in Dublin South, Fine Gael holding there. I think that's also historically been a strong seat for Fine Gael, so I can't say I'm too surprised by that. And Social Democrats holding in the Midlands, I think, is also, I think they've historically held a seat there as well. So that is interesting that we've seen the momentum is really here in this count with Sinn Féin, with the other two parties, Fine Gael and Social Democrats, only holding seats and not gaining anything from anyone. But Fine Gael has lost that seat in Ulster, which is also important to note. But nothing here for Fianna Fáil, which is interesting. So we'll have to see what happens with them later in the night, considering they're only on one seat at the minute.
Yeah, and then the rest of them, I'll remind you guys of the seat count so far. I think if I counted it right in my head, Fine Gael are on 2 seats, Fianna Fáil on 1, Social Democrats on 3, and Sinn Féin on 3. Does that sound about right? I think it's about right. I might be wrong. I think. Yeah, I think I'm right. So, with that being said, let's just go ahead, Amber, and have a little discussion between the two of us right now. So, obviously, we're seeing Social Democrats there managing to be in the fight, as well as Sinn Féin. No one's really in the lead yet. It's joint first between the Social Democrats and Sinn Féin. Fine Gael are, they're slowly behind with 2, and Fianna Fáil are last with 1. So they've got a bit of ground to make up, per se, right? But it's everyone's game at the minute, and Jesse's predicted that Fine Gael might lose at least 4 seats minimum, which could be down to party instability and what we've seen in the media recently. But again, maybe that's a big maybe. But what do you think we could see for the rest of the night?
I don't know what we could see. But if these results do hold, then we are looking at a possible Social Democrats and Sinn Féin being tied, maybe, which should be interesting. But it also makes you think about what coalition arrangement is going to happen, because if Social Democrats and Sinn Féin do become the first and second largest party, then they would have a very large majority if they decided to coalition, which is possible because of their ideological similarities. But I think it's also showing that right-wing parties in Ireland are on a decline, and they don't seem to be recovering even as we get later into election night. But after all, this is only the fourth count, so I don't want to say too much about it. And we've just had the Shannon Public Services panel count 2 coming in, so I'll hand back to you now.
Yes, right. But with that being said, let me go ahead and grab that. 1 second. Yeah, let me get that up on my channel. There we go. Right. Oh, okay, right. So with that being said, this is very interesting, and you could probably agree. Shannon Public Services Panel, count 2. Ognian of the Social Democrats, 1 vote. Euro of Independent, 4 votes. Asheen of Independent, 5 votes. Kira again staying 5 votes, and Reclaw 11 alt on 1 vote. Quota to be elected 6 votes, and no second preference votes to be distributed this round. Count 2 result: no candidate elected, and Ognian has been eliminated, and their votes will be redistributed. Personally, that is great. Ogden should be winning every single election he competes in, and honestly, the Electoral Commission should be ashamed of themselves. How dare they? No, I'm joking. Democracy plays out as it is. But we will probably bring Ogden up in a little bit, or someone from the Social Democrats, just to talk about it in a little bit. But no, as I'm saying, Emperor, actually, that actually brings me to my next question. Actually, this new Shannon electoral system that we see here, it's very, in my view, obviously you know better than I do, considering you chair the Shannon. It's very, in my view, complex, and it's also new. But then again, it's the first election we've had this. We've only had like a few counts of it so far, but do you think it's better to the old system we've had before? And what makes this so enticing instead of the old system we had for basically years?
Well, the old system was, it was predictable because it was staggered, so only half of it would be up for election every cycle. So you'd have a atmosphere of familiarity in that a lot of Shanadori would serve out long terms, 4 months it would be there. So there's a lot of familiar faces. But I think what's different about this one is these people aren't accountable to party leaders. These people can't just be replaced because they didn't vote the way the government or the opposition wanted them to. And we're going to see that a lot, I think, as we see a Shannon that's much more independent and much more willing to go against whatever is being put to them in terms of legislation. And the fact that it's now representative, instead of being representative parties, it's now representing public services and also businesses. And the DOL itself is getting its own amount of representation in there, and that's just very interesting in terms of how it's going to pan out in the final composition, because it's much less partisan politics based and much more non-partisan and focused around what these individual branches actually want, that these branches of like public services or businesses, they can directly influence politics instead of having to lobby, because they're electing people directly now, and that will be interesting to see.
Yeah, I mean it's a new system, and I mean for me at least, obviously it's new to me. I don't know as much of the Shannon as much as you do. So it's very I don't know. I'm still yet to get used to this, but I guess it's just the process of adaptation, I suppose. But maybe you'll come good. Maybe you'll come good.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, exactly. Who knows? I mean, yeah, I mean, we don't know, and we haven't gone to the map for a
count
while.
5's just come in.
Oh, well, cameraman, you might as well go to the map, and I'll read out count 5. And this one doesn't surprise me. I don't know about you, Emperor. This one does not surprise me at all. Count 5, Connacht, Social Democrat, hold. There you go. Doesn't surprise me at all, which means
I wasn't expecting that to flip. No.
Yeah, no, I was not expecting that to flip either. So that means Sinn Féin takes second place. Social Democrats are in first with 4 seats. So I think Jesse's gone ahead there and edited it for us. And Jesse, since you're there, I'll ask you another question. You predicted that Sinn Féin would outperform the exit poll, which could still be true. And why is Maxi there? We have an unauthorized individual on the map. Can we kick out Maxi? Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate that. But no, as I'm saying to you, Jesse, it could be still true that Sinn Féin might outperform the exit polls, but it's clearly that Social Democrats are starting to pick up some momentum. I mean, maybe it's false hope, who knows? But Social Democrats on 4, Sinn Féin on 3. Would you say that it's now starting to paint the picture that we are seeing a two-legged race between, no, sorry, a two-horse race between the Social Democrats and Sinn Féin? I mean, so guys, and just because of the streamer's age, you can't see the chat, but I'll read out what she's saying. So she's saying, and I quote, "I mean, with our elections, things always change near the end, seats get recounted, but yeah, a two-horse race is clearly emerging." So, yeah, I don't blame. That's probably, it is probably. Oh, and now her next chat is a bunch of hashtags. I'm not even going to bother to read that one, and a bunch of hashtags again. Jesse, just DM me what you were going to say. I'll read it out. Jesse, just DM me what you said, and I'll read it out. But no, Emperor, I'll ask you the same question as well. Do you think that a two-horse race is clearly starting to emerge between Sinn Féin and Social Democrats? Do you think there's no chance for Fianna Fáil, or Fine Gael for that matter, to start steaming ahead per se?
Well, what I must say is that looking at the party standings on the RTE website, which you can access in the link in the RTE broadcast channel, it says here that Sinn Féin is the only party to have gained seats so far. All the other parties are at a net loss of seats compared to the final result in June, which does clearly show that all the momentum is currently with Sinn Féin. And so I think they're the ones to look out for this election night, just because of like how they've been staying in pace with the other parties, and it's really been them and the Social Democrats who have been ahead in these results, and that's what I think is most important to look at so far.
Yeah, but would you say that there's I wouldn't say no hope, but it's slow, but the hope is slowly starting to dissuade from the likes of Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael?
I think they've had a disappointing night. I think Fianna Fáil was probably expecting a bit more, considering they're the only party on the right of Irish politics who released a manifesto, and Fine Gael's been largely absent from campaigning and whatnot most of this election cycle. So I do think it's more disappointing for Fianna Fáil, and I think it was more expected for Fine Gael to lose seats. That's really all I can say on it so far. We've had this. We've had another count coming.
Yeah, I know. I was just about to read that out. But one thing I will say, I think it's down to their party instability in Fine Gael. That doesn't help their cause either. So it's not surprising. But no. So we've had the third count from the Shannon Public Services panel, and I'll read out what it says. So, Euro Independent 4 votes, Asheen Independent 5 votes, Kira Independent 5 votes, and Reclaw 11 Alt 2 votes. Quoted to be elected 6 votes. Count 3 result: no candidate elected, and Reclaw of Independent has been eliminated, and the votes will be redistributed. So that's the result so far. So now it's a 3-horse race between Euro, Asheen, and Kira, and right. So Jessie just DM me what she said in regards to the question earlier. So I'll read out what she said, because her messages were a bunch of hashtags. So she basically just said, "I will try and be non-partisan, but I think Fine Gael had this coming tonight. Their internal party squabbles have been very destructive, and I think people don't want to vote for a party in disarray. In terms of the overall result, our 2 largest parties are going to be left-leaning, and our prime right-wing opposition has been completely destroyed. Right-wing parties for a long time have seemed to move into culture war fighting instead of focusing on the actual issues and proposing policies and legislation. Both Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael will have to sit down and think about what has gone wrong for them when all the seats have been declared tonight." Emperor, would you say that's fair analysis?
I think it's an interesting analysis. I think it's fair in that there has been a lot of internal party squabbling in Fine Gael, and possible external meddling by a former Taoiseach who won't be mentioned. But I think that it's a good indication of the perspective that Sinn Féin's looking at the election results tonight as they're coming in, and I think we'll just have to keep that in mind as we look at more results throughout the evening.
Yeah, I agree. And oh. Okay, perfect. No, I agree. I mean, their whole, I think they had, well, it all kind of, I don't know if it would say it started with the resignation of Vic, but, you know, with the squabbles they had in between, it certainly doesn't really help it. And I think with parties, they're very unstable. But it's not even just that. I think what we've noticed, I think it's a good point by Jesse. The two competing parties that we're seeing so far, right? They're all left-leaning parties. The right-wing opposition is basically, I wouldn't say non-existent, but they have been demolished.
We've now had half the seats declared. Count 6 has just come in.
Yep, count 6. Good pointing. Actually, you know what, Emperor? Do you want to do this one?
Yeah, I can do. So, count 6, Munster. It's a Sinn Féin game from Fine Gael. And then South Leinster, which is a Social Democrat hold. Now, looking at these results as an overview, South Leinster being a Social Democrat hold does not surprise me. It's historically been with them through most elections. Munster, though, being a Sinn Féin gain, that's very interesting because it's usually a Fianna Fáil stronghold, and to see one of their seats being nabbed by Sinn Féin when they're only at one seat themselves, it's very bad for the party's optics tonight. And Social Democrats and Fine Gael not making gains tonight is also very bad for their own optics in this count. But we'll just have to see as more results come in once again what happens.
I agree. I 100% agree with that point of view. That being said, though, you know, I don't know. I don't want to sound like I'm biased when I say this. I'm trying to be really carefully worded, but I think Fine Gael, they're slowly starting to. I mean, this again, I'm not trying to sound biased when I say this, but I think Fine Gael, they look completely unrecognizable to the party that we saw 2 months ago.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, 2 months ago, it was very different, and I think compared to now, it's just so much different in what you said. But I think that's harmed their electability in Fine Gael.
I agree. It's certainly it's not looking good for Fine Gael at the minute. But let's talk about party campaigns for a second. So obviously we've both been seeing the campaigning efforts by all parties. Who would you say has done them in terms of how would you rank each party's campaigning efforts and how they've managed to campaign? How would you rank it?
If I were to rank it based on how they are, I think what we've seen is that Fianna Fáil and the Social Democrats have held a very by the books way of campaigning. They've got lots of policy pledges with lots of descriptions over it. But I think what's been unique is that Sinn Féin, their manifesto, they didn't opt for a run-of-the-mill where you put loads of words and policies in between the words. They've just gone clear-cut and had they've put all their legislation in the bill directly as a list with a description of each one, and that's an interesting way of doing it. And by the looks of these results tonight, the Irish people are very they like this change by the vote counts that are coming in. They like that it's just a list of what they're going to do. There's no word fudge or anything or word salad in the middle of it. It's just clear and straight to the point, and I think that's resonated with a lot of people tonight who may be tired or exhausted with not much change in politics over the past few months.
That is very true. No, I agree. Oh yeah, so one thing I will note, so we just had the Shannon Public Services panel count 4, and again there's 3 candidates left, Euro, Oisin and Ciara. The quota to be elected is 6 votes. Euro and Oisin, they both tied on 5 votes and Ciara on 6 votes, and 3 Shanadori are meant to be elected in this count. And count 4 result, all 3 of these candidates have all been elected to the Shanadori for the Public Services panel. So congratulations to all 3 on their successive victories. So yeah, congratulations, well done to all of those 3. And yeah, we will see what happens. So
I do think it's interesting though, because this panel's elected all independents, and that'll be interesting to say. You know how I said earlier about how it's going to be much less partisan. I think this is proof of it because so far we've only had the Social Democrats and Sinn Féin on the what panel was it? The business panel. Francis and someone else. I can't remember who it was. Them two. Hang on. And Uvidian. I think it's interesting because they've both been elected as partisan members of the Shandon, and these three haven't. But it's also interesting because in these 3 seats, 2 of them are belonging to members of the IDF, which leaves the National Ambulance Service and the Garda without representation in the Shandon, which is a bit disappointing. But that's just down to how the candidates have been filed in the election.
Point. And Jessie's also sent me her point of view, so I'll read out what she said. So she says, and I quote, "If the Social Democrats hold on to being the largest party tonight, we will be looking at the most successful long-term political project since Tom Whittaker's Labour Party in 2022. 4 consecutive election wins is nothing if not impressive, and I think Ogden's decision to make Seth his protege and successor, which did seem like an odd choice to most political pundits at the time, has clearly been a success. The 2 of them, alongside Oscar, regardless of your political leanings, deserve nothing if not praise for just how well they've done this year in terms of results for the Social Democrats, which were a party on the fringes only last year." That is actually a valid point. That is actually a very valid point.
YouGov's released a forecast for the election. It says that that's saying that using the existing data and predicted data and projections, they predict the Social Democrats will be between 7 and 9 seats, Sinn Féin between 6 and 8 seats, and Fine Gael between 4 and 6, and Fianna Fáil on 3. So that would make the Social Democrats the largest party on average, followed by Sinn Féin, Fine Gael.
That's a very odd. I'm sorry, can I just say that's a very odd exit poll, and how they conducted it.
It's not an exit poll; it's a forecast of the election.
Well, forecast, exit poll, even regardless. That is a very odd forecast, and if you're going to guess, you might just have to put a number on it instead of just guessing. But it is what it is. Well, with that being said, so I'll remind you guys, if I have it right in my head again, of the seat count for so far in the door. So if my numbers are correct, Fine Gael on 2 seats, Fianna Fáil on 1, Social Democrats on 5, and Sinn Féin on 4. That's pretty good for the top 2 parties so far. Fine Gael and Fianna Fáil clearly not having the best nights.
Count 7's just come in.
Oh, good point there. So I will read count 7 for you guys, and oh no.
You're meant to be non-partisan.
Well, no, this is me being non-partisan. This is me being stunned.
Oh right, okay.
This is me genuinely stunned at this constituency. Dublin North, Sinn Féin gained from Social Democrats. That is interesting, because from what I can remember, Dublin North has always been a Social Democrat.
It's been a stronghold for the Social Democrats, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, exactly. And that's why I was shocked, because to see not Social Democrats, Sinn Féin gain that from the Social Democrats, that's why I was shocked. I was like, holy cow. No way did they just do that. So, fair play to... No, fair play to Social Democrats. Oh my god, Sinn Féin for gaining that from the Social Democrats. Were you going to say something there, Emperor?
I think it's elusive of what we saw in those in the polling done just before the election, where we saw a surge of the Sinn Féin vote and a depreciation of the Social Democrat vote. And I think what we've just seen tonight in North Dublin, it's foreshadowing what we could see later tonight. And I think alarm bells are going to be ringing in the Social Democrat headquarters after that count came in.
Well,
2 years. It's been Social Democrat for at least 2 years, according to our data analysts. So that's incredible.
Oh yeah, I think it has as well. Yeah, that's actually a good point. I remember when I was in the door, I used to be a Dublin North TV, so that stunned me as well. So yeah, but speaking of Social Democrats, we might as well bring one of their representatives up. Who do we want to bring up? The party leader or the former party leader? Oof. You know
Bring
what?
up.
We'll bring up. Should we bring up the incumbent? Because yeah.
I've just had word from Seth O'Neill, leader of the Social Democrats. He says the officers at the Social Democrat headquarters are going mental. Documents and paper are flying in the air and out the windows. It's a mess, apparently.
Oh, bless. Well, speaking of that, we might as well. You know what? What do we want to do? You know what? I will bring the Almighty. Well, he wishes he was Almighty. The bridge individual, Seth. Don't even talk. I don't even want to talk about his music choice.
Yeah. Oh, well. Okay. If we're going to go into music choice,
Yeah,
I can say
I
that
will have it. I will literally.
Your
I will
favorite
finish you.
artist is a crackhead. I don't want to hear it.
And your favorite artist is a child-loving, you know what.
Okay.
But we
Yeah.
will.
Okay.
Anyway. You know what? I changed my mind. We'll bring Ognian up instead. Ognian, come on up.
Hello.
Hello,
How have you
Ognian.
been, Mr. Kian Kirkalanola?
I've been okay.
Have
Ognian,
you been
obviously...
No, I'm not.
Yeah, well, Ognian, commiserations to you on obviously losing your Shannon race and all that. But since you're here on part of the Social Democrats, I might as well ask you, and yep, good job you taking your seat there. So, Ognian, 5 seats for the Social Democrats. You're tied with the Sinn Féin. How's the environment in the Social Democrats headquarters right now? I mean, we've heard from Seth about how it is, but how are you feeling about it?
Well, in Bulgaria there is a saying: you cannot teach the old dog new tricks, and it is just history repeating itself. I have been the architect of this social democrats movement, and it's proven that the legacy I have left is working quite well. Well, in the previous election, so the exit poll, and we were projected to lose until the surprising very last moment till we put 11 seats. When during my re-election campaign, it was expected Alfie to win, but we saw how this turned out. And obviously, in the first term, when I secured 6 seats, and with 6 seats on survival mode, I made it. This election, as Jesse said, it is really a true horse race between the Social Democrats, the legacy I built, and the party essentially I have brought new spirits, versus Sinn Féin, which has many elements of former people fought against Set or the Social Democrat establishment, such as elements of the McMarras, certain Fianna Gael members moving on, people that I have dismissed, which I won't be mentioning names because I'll be getting defamation suits over there.
When Dublin North, the one that's been held by the Social Democrats for 2 years, that was held by Tarnished Australia. And he sent me a message. He sent me a message saying, "My seat, oh my god, my seat." He's absolutely distraught and heartbroken over
Who brought this guy up? No, kick down Seth down. We have a representative to Social Democrats already. But yeah, no, I do.
Yes.
Carry on, Ogden. Sorry.
But yes, I think this election proves my point that Ireland is designed as a nation of factionalisms and infights between families. If it's
just
this,
had count 8.
Okay. Sorry, Ogden, we'll let you finish there in a second, but let me go and see what this count is about. Oh my god! Oh no! Oh god! No wonder why you said that, Emperor. No. Oh god. General election, count 8. Connacht, Sinn Féin gain from Fine Gael. Shannon, Fianna Fáil gain from Social Democrats. Oh my god. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. Sorry, can I just say that is crazy.
Oh well, 6
Oh.
months of winning, and this is what you get for electoral fatigue.
Woo. Yeah. I don't honestly know what to say anymore. Well, Emperor, what do you have something you want to say?
I mean, I think it's sort of what Ogden said, isn't it? It's voter fatigue. It's people wanting a change after 6 months of stable governance, and I think the what we're seeing coming out of the ballot boxes is indeed people wanting change, and also Fine Gael and Fine Gael ballots being dumped in the River Shannon. But I think that what it's really representative of is it's the electorate wanting change, and I think that's going to be a big thing tonight. It's going to be about change, about a break from the status quo, and I think these results are finally, as we're getting to 2/3 of the way through the counting.
And stole 2/3 of their electorate. Now, and I think the McMarras picked the Sinn Féin to regain and to do this united front against the Social Democrats is simply because Sinn Féin was the party at the worst state at the time, and plus it's a generally left-wing party, which is basically their brand. And yeah, that's pretty much my analysis. It is still it's too early to call is it Sinn Féin or Social Democrats win, but in the two horses race, which I believe are the worst type of results, then the real power goes into the small parties, which would be and God forbid Fine Gael. So
well,
yes.
Based off the polling so far, it seems Fine Gael's not going to get any close anytime soon. So you never know.
There's still space for miracles, and I'm certain former party leaders obsessed with immigrations that I cannot say their name due to moderation issues. I would assume they're still helping with campaign and DMing, considering scene produced by them.
Count 9's come in.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. So general election count 9. Dublin Central Social Democrat hold and Munster Social Democrat hold. Nothing really too major. Just Social Democrats holding some seats, which is fair play to them. Which means they now, if I'm correct, they should be on 7 seats now, taking back the lead.
So SD2.
Yeah, so that's good for them so far. Fair play to them. Ogden, well, thank you very much for joining us. We'll probably have you or Seth on a little later when we have more seats in. For now, we're just gonna have a little discussion between myself and Emperor, but we will probably have you on a little later. So, thank you for joining us, Ogden. Unless Emperor, is there anything you wanted to ask him?
No, but I do think it's interesting because last election, Niamh McNamara posted a picture of Angela Rayner sitting blankly staring ahead with the caption Ognian right now watching his empire collapse, and it's only and it's just
yes, I remember that.
Just reminded of that image now, so I think it's quite funny.
Well,
that is funny.
It's not only my empires. I'm the elder. I'm the spirit. But now leads the parade. If the Social Democrats win, I have prepared a very interesting graphic. So let's hope that I can use it.
Oh, okay. Well, Ogden, thank you for joining us tonight. But we'll probably see you on a little later.
Bye.
Bye, Ogden. God, he's a sexy Bulgarian, he is.
Not appropriate. Yeah. We're on YouTube, thank you.
Oh yeah, I apologise massively. I've already been involved in one scandal on the election debate, so I'm not going to get involved in 2 days. If you know, you know. Anyways, so that being said, Emperor, Social Democrats and Sinn Féin, it's really it's at this point it's a brawl between them two.
It is, yeah. It's a neck and neck race. It's a complete toss up.
Exactly. It's point. Like I said, it's a brawl. And I know we're on. I don't know how many seats we declared so far. Like 12, I think.
17.
17. So we're down
Yeah.
to the last 18, 19,
6.
20, 21, 22, 23.
6
Six
seats.
seats.
Yeah.
I think at this point.
Oh, count 10's
at
come
this,
in.
Oh, perfect timing, wouldn't we? That's so coincidental, isn't it? Oh, what a surprise! Wait, hang on, let me see. Oh, oh goodness! As if it wasn't bad enough for Fine Gael. Count 10. Dublin South. Social Democrats gain from Fine Gael. Oof. Losing a seat to your arch rival. There's got to bloody sting. Oof. That Dublin South, has that not been Fine Gael for ages, or has that been a very what's it called?
Dublin South. I think they only gained that last election. I can't remember very well, but I don't think they've always held 2 seats in Dublin South. I think it has been a bit of a mix, but they've always held 1. So I think
That's what I mean.
Just...
I thought they held 1 initially.
Yeah, they usually did hold 1 in Dublin South.
I've been pinged in general chat of Ireland right now, asking where's the dog. The dog is fine. Don't worry, guys. The dog is fine.
What happened to your dog after last night? Where is?
Anyways, moving on. So, yeah. Anyways, moving on. Before I get into too much business I do not want to discuss. So to remind you guys of the seat count so far, based off the gain that Social Democrats have just made. So it's currently 2286, if I have my math correct. 2 to Fine Gael, 2 to Fianna Fáil, 8 Social Democrats, and 6 to Sinn Féin. So whilst the Social Democrats are in the lead, it does not mean anything at the minute. I've just found out Dublin South. That was Bo's seat, former teacher Bo Warren's seat.
It's still one of them's still Fine Gael, so she hasn't lost the seat, or the former seat isn't gone. It's still there. She always held the first seat.
That is true. But that's maybe that's an analytic error, I would say. So analysts do better. Thank you. Anyways, so Emperor, obviously we're down to the last few seats now. I don't want to ask you how what you think it might look like, because at this point
I reckon what's going to happen is it's going to be really clear by the end of it, and then the people working in the Electoral Commission, they'll throw a few thousand ballots in the River Shannon, and then all of a sudden it's going to be completely different because they'll do a recount and like 7 seats have flipped. That could happen. I wouldn't put it past the Electoral Commission.
To be fair, the Electoral Commission have been known for rigging the elections. So
yeah, dumping ballots in the River Shannon. Yeah,
literally, they've been dumping the ballots and then they drag it all out again once they realise that the party they absolutely not. But on a general point, usually at this point about now, we would usually start to kind of predict what the picture would look like in terms of in terms of like who the winning party will be and how many seats they'll get. But because it's so close between them, it's hard to make that prediction because of the fact that it's been so contested between these two. I mean,
yeah, I agree.
I don't want to say we've written off Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael, but they are some ways behind. So it's looking very bleak for them in a sense, right? But in terms of maybe Sinn Féin and the Social Democrats, it's a very close fight, I would say. I mean, I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's a very close race. I do think that it's going to remain.
Go on, tell me what you're saying.
I think we just had a count come in. The website
count
updated again.
Oh, Site's
Well, the way-
updated. Wait, let me,
I've not seen something in the chat, but I have just seen the website update.
20 seats out of 23.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, yeah, we've just been told. Right. Let me get the
Usually
thing
we're
up
told
for you.
first before it's put on the website, but whatever.
Yeah, I think there's been a bit of a communication error. But basically, guys, just to let you know, so count 11, Midlands, Sinn Féin hold, and Shannon, oof, not once but twice, Social Democrats gained Shannon from Fine Gael. So not once have Fine Gael lost a seat to the Social Democrats, but it's now twice. Oof, Emperor, you have to admit, losing a seat not once but twice to the
The
party
same
that you've
party,
been
yeah.
to neck, like, especially a party you've been neck and neck with, right, for so long. That has got to hurt. That has got to be embarrassing.
Mm.
I mean,
I think what
genuinely.
it's representative of Fine Gael's decline, and it's been a quite a massive decline. It's been off a cliff sort of decline in that they've lost so far 6 seats compared to the June election. And I think what's going to happen here is that we'll get to the end of election, and these final 3 seats will be brought in. And I think that the Social Democrats they'll probably be the largest party, but then I think that the EC is going to do a recount, and then some of those seats will flip, and then we'll have a much more hung parliament, or hung Dáil rather, than what we're going to see before any recounts take place.
That is not a bad analysis from my own point of view. And then, so obviously,
Yeah, Ricarda. Hello.
yeah, so hello again. Right. Anyway, serious business here. So, and Cameron, can you just go to the map for me whilst we do that? So, Aaron, just to remind you, so far, so we got Fine Gael 2, Fianna Fáil 2, Social Democrats 9, and Sinn Féin 7. Your party is currently having a brawl with the Social Democrats to sort of claim, I wouldn't say claim the keys to Marion Street yet, that's an issue for another day, but to sort of be the largest party, to sort of be like the largest like partner in a coalition government, if it was to be one. How? I mean, 2 months ago, Sinn Féin, they weren't predicted to have this this much momentum that they're having right now. So what have you done? What have you done? Or not even just you, but what has the entire like staff within the party done to kind of change the party's fortunes to actually make them a very competing force in Ireland once again?
Well, yeah, it's no secret that Sinn Féin was like a flailing little boy in the water that got thrown overboard. Like there was no direction. They were just sailing aimlessly. I mean, then Vic got her leadership and she had a bit of a rocky start, I would say. It was kind of mediocre. But then I think an incredible, unmovable force came together in Sinn Féin HQ when Victoria O'Cullen knocked on our front door and she recruited us into the Sinn Féin team. And by us, I mean former Taoiseach Francis Butler Yeats, former Taoiseach Mr. Sunday, former Taoiseach myself, and former Taoiseach Niamh McNamara, aka 15K King. So Vic knew she needed a team, and we were there for
sorry,
her.
Aaron, I'm gonna have to interrupt you just 1 second. I'll let you finish that off afterwards. This one's not I wouldn't say it's surprising because it's Dublin North, but Dublin North Social Democrats hold. That one's, I think it was mentioned, it's been a Social Democrat stronghold for a while, so that's count 12 there for you. So with that being said, that's count 12. So Aaron, please do continue.
So basically, as I was saying, I think the biggest strength that Sinn Féin has this term is genuinely the team that's behind it. I think it's definitely, and I'm biased in saying this obviously because I'm in the cabinet, but I think it's one of the most experienced cabinets we've seen in a long time. And I'm not knocking new people because we do have new people, like Dan is trying out a new portfolio in justice. I myself am trying out a new portfolio. Like, I've been known as the culture person and I have pivoted to foreign affairs this time. But genuinely,
affairs.
yeah, foreign affairs. I will be.
I
I
love
will
foreign
be.
affairs, to be fair.
I will
Foreign
be
affairs is a
speaking
good
Irish.
portfolio.
I will be speaking Irish with the Americans, and they are going to love it. So let that be something that we see. So yeah, genuinely, we did take a unique approach with our manifesto. I've done lots of manifestos. I've been there, Green Party, Fianna Fáil, my own Sinn Féin campaign, my Labour campaign when I became Taoiseach. I've written many manifestos. I know the drill. I know the filler. I know the business fairs and the open days of it all. And I find it irritating. I respect it. I know the drill. I know the grind. But yeah, we cut out the filler. That's basically what we did. I guess we are very legislatively
What's
focused.
that? The noise. The
That's very
screams of the
interesting
people locked
background
inside Aris and Ucteron.
noise. That's very interesting background noise.
Oh,
So, I've just been mass pinged because we just had the. Wait, is this true? Oh, yeah, I think this is the
Ooh.
final count. If I'm not mistaken, the final count. And with that being said,
Oh wow.
and this is going to be good for you as well, Aaron. So, count 13. North Leinster Social Democrats hold. South Leinster Sinn Féin gain from Fianna Fáil. Oof.
amazing.
That Fianna Fáil.
But let's just wait a second because we could get some recounts coming in. You never know.
That is true. The Electoral Commission might decide to bring out all their ballots from the River Shannon, you know. And hold on, guys, I've just realised something.
Yes.
The exit cop poll is 100% bang on.
Oh, my €5.
The exit poll is 100% bang on. Oh my god! And there was me thinking that there was going to be another election where the exit poll.
Well, hang on.
Not gonna be...
Lewis Doherty, well-known deep state plant, has just said there will be recounts, but oh mate, didn't read the full message. Never mind. I didn't say anything.
Oh my god!
So whatever you thought you heard from Emperor Novak, he did not say that.
No.
Anyways.
Okay, so
RTV claims no legal responsibility for the words of Emperor Novak.
No legal responsibilities. We do not hold. We do not hold any legal responsibility from what we've been told.
Yeah,
he's an independent contractor. We hold no legal responsibility.
It's not like there's a DPP.
What I've been told. There's no
DPP. It's fine. There's no director of public prosecution.
Okay, so from what I've been told, guys, that apparently there have been ballots found dripping in the River Clont.
By the way, Road TV does not hold any responsibility as well. Just wanting to say we have no responsibility. It's all on RT. Chris, it's all on you.
No, Road TV, you're the one who's streaming it, so you hold the legal responsibility. We're shifting that responsibility to you. That's RT's official position.
No, we don't.
Anyways, as I was saying, right. So with that being said, you know, exit poll being bang on. Oh my god, I didn't even realize this until like 2 minutes ago. When was the last time we've had this? Like years back? I think it was years back. I can't remember exactly what it was, but oof, that's.
I mean, yeah,
That's interesting.
I'm gonna have to give you €5, which I do have because I've got some left over. But yeah, I think that it's interesting so far. You know, these are concrete, solid final results that we've had in. So I think what that's representative of is people still have faith in the Social Democrats and they have faith in Seth. And by the looks of it,
I wouldn't go that far. I
he's
wouldn't go that far.
retaining. By the looks of it, he's going to retain the keys to Merriam Street because he's only one seat off a majority. So that's.
I wouldn't go that far if I'm being completely honest with you, only because
Well, they
there
lost
could
no
be a free.
seats. They've retained their.
Yeah, no, I know that, but you never know with elections. It could be it could be a late twist. There could be a three-way coalition, for example, between Sinn Féin, Fianna Fáil, and
True.
Fine Gael. Not that I'm saying that there is. But speaking of Sinn Féin, Aaron, I know we've cut you off so many times, so please do continue what you were saying.
The deep state plant Lewis Doherty can confirm that the Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael seat counts are final. Fianna Fáil making no net gains, remaining on 2 seats, and Fine Gael being on down 6 seats from June. So they're both on 2 seats. So that would imply that there's recounts possibly going on between Sinn Féin and the Social Democrats, if that's what that's implying.
Oh god, that's got a sting for Fine Gael. But anyways, no, sorry, Aaron, we've been cutting you off so much. We're actually rude as hell. So
Well,
please do finish off.
I can only hope the recount is going our way and not the other way, because that would be disappointing. But currently, I can say that the Sinn Féin headquarters are manifesting. They're standing in a circle holding hands. They've saged the room. There's candles lit and there's crystals scattered. They are manifesting like crazy. And
what are they manifesting?
a win.
A win. I thought you said Owen. I was like, who's Owen?
Right. Well, who is shooting up the studio right now? Someone is shooting up the studio with a shotgun.
Yeah, it's crowd control measures. It's completely normal. It's fine.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That's the background team. You know, that's the security team doing their usual disbursement techniques. It's totally legal. Don't worry. It's 100% sanctioned. We are all good in that regard. So, Aaron, with that being said, pending final verification, Sinn Féin will be the second largest party behind the Social Democrats, and obviously on its own with another party that wouldn't be enough to form government unless you were to, per se, for example, form a coalition with the Social Democrats, which I don't know if you will, because I'm not in Sinn Féin. But no, with that being said, that's not enough to form on its own. So would you be are you looking to kind of form a government with a three-way coalition, or what's the ambition per se for Sinn Féin right now?
So first and foremost, I just want to say we got 8 seats, and that is 4 times our seat count in Dáil Éireann. We went from 2 to 8 seats, and that in itself is a massive, massive win for all of us. Really, we worked hard. And then in regards to coalitions, 3-way coalitions.
Oh, hang on. We've got some news for you, Erin. Some great news.
Oh my god.
recount.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. We've got a recount.
Erin, we've got a present.
Aaron, hold on.
Oh my
Aaron,
god.
Before I say this, what do you think is going to happen? Because it's involving you. What do you think it is?
Me specifically?
Yes, it's
Not
involving.
you, well,
Well,
I
it's
mean,
not you
your party.
specifically, but it's involving your party.
My part. Well, I can only hope that we've gained seats. Like I don't.
I can officially confirm that you have indeed gained the seat, because guess what? You have gained Dublin North from Social Democrats, so you're now on 9 seats.
And that's the first recount of the night. That's
the first recount of the night.
So I'm gonna come out on a limb here, and I'm gonna say I think the final result is going to be a tie, and Mama, who's under a conservatorship currently, so she couldn't speak out publicly about this, but Jessie, she also said it was a tie, and I trust her. And I believe in her. I think it will be a tie. I agree with her.
I mean, that's not really possible, though, is it? Because both Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael have had their seats locked, and any seat changes now would make either the Social Democrats or Sinn Féin the largest party.
That is actually that's true. That is true. Yeah.
Oh
So
yes.
it's literally it's a complete coin toss.
Oh yes.
So, yeah,
that's
it's literally
true. I didn't.
it's basically it's one
I
or the
didn't
other.
clock
There's no
that.
in between. It's one way or another. It's there's no in between. You know, as my favorite boy band used to say, it's one way or another. But no, anyways, as I was saying,
So we've learned that Epic Noah is a One Direction fan, and that is the most surprising thing that has come out of tonight's election night.
I mean, I thought this was known. I thought this.
Oh, hang on. Well-known deep state plant Lewis Doherty has just confirmed that. Well, he's rescinded his claim that
Oh,
Fianna Fáil
no.
and Fine Gael seats are final. So
So
that's
apparently,
great. We
he
know
just
nothing.
said
We know nothing.
he's now saying, "What if he lied?"
We know.
Oh
I
my
know.
god!
Oh my god, I knew it. Jessie is like a witch. Jessie's a psychic. It's gonna be a tie. I
Oh,
feel it. I feel it in my soul.
Lewis is a dirty liar sometimes, bro. What the hell?
I actually feel it in my soul. I've just been informed from the Sinn Féin headquarters that we have commissioned an Etsy witch. So
Right, okay. And also, in regards to that One Direction comment, this has been publicly known. I've talked about it so many times. It's not my fault you didn't catch up on it. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry. I didn't know your game. I'm so sorry.
No. There's a limit. There's a limit. There is a limit. No, just no. I'm gonna bring up this exact same word from what I used in the election debate on Thursday. Just no. There's a barrier line here, right? So
It's okay.
No,
There's
on a
nothing.
serious note,
There is nothing wrong with liking One Direction. I mean, it's fine. It all goes down to who your favorite member was.
oof. Oh, that's a good question.
I've just been slurred out by Lewis Doherty, electoral commissioner. So that's lovely. Violence has occurred in the electoral commission headquarters. Bottles are being
this
smashed.
is proof, ladies and gentlemen, of him rigging the election because the party he prefers isn't winning. He is now actively taking out the ballots from the River Shannon or wherever the hell he's getting them, and you know.
Oh, another recount. Oh.
Okay. Hold on. Let me see this. Oh no! Oh god! Oh!
Stop! I'm shaking. What's happening?
Hold on, Emperor. Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not.
Aaron, this is involving your party again, but I don't know if you'll like this one.
Oh no!
I don't know if you'll like this one because this seat involves a constituency, and this one is North Leinster, which is a Sinn Féin game from the Social Democrats. So that means you have now just taken it, and you are 10-9 to the Social Democrats. You are now in the lead. I think Aaron
Erin has just collapsed. She's shaking on the floor.
Aaron has died. Aaron has died. She has died from a heart attack because I scared her.
What I can really say is, Victoria, you're fucking welcome for all the DM campaigning I did.
I mean, DM campaigning does go a long way, so you know what? Fair play. Fair play to you. Fair enough to you. But no, well, since you're still here, Aaron, you've just taken a lead for again.
Hang on, I've got Eamon McNamara.
We've got a guest here. Eamon McNamara can wait. We've got a guest here.
I'll put him on hold on the switchboard. You can
just put him on hold on the switchboard. If he doesn't like it, he can hang up. We've got a guest on the stage right now. One guest per stage, whatever the rule is. In my word, anyway. No, but Aaron, you've taken the lead now again, and this looks to be very promising for you this time. Are you hoping that you'll retain the lead this time?
I mean, we can only hope that the dictatorship will be installed and will be installed flawlessly. I think there's no other way for Ireland to continue.
just say you're installing a dictatorship.
I did- no,
RTE exclusive. Sinn Féin
No,
plans to
no, no,
install
no,
a dictatorship. No more elections. This is the last election that you'll see from us because Aaron here and Sinn Féin wants to abolish elections.
You
heard it
seem
here
you're
first.
defaming me. I did not say dictatorship. I said Vic-tatorship.
There is a difference between the two, to be fair. I did look it up in the dictionary.
Okay, fair enough.
They're a Vic-tatorship.
Well, I'm not I'm not retracting my comments. If you want to sue me for defamation, then go ahead. I don't care.
Well, it doesn't matter because there's no DPP to like file
Oh
claims
yeah,
to.
true. Or at least the DPP is probably 6 feet under in a grave.
No,
right
I
now.
won't be suing. I will not be suing any RT employees because I'm so scared that I'm going to get a DM from Quiveen O'Neill telling me to to withdraw my case. Like the last case.
Who's Queef O'Neill?
Quiveen O'Neill.
Secret.
Who's
His
that?
old name was Secretic. At least I think it was.
Oh, Seacrest. Oh, okay.
Let me just stop you guys there. Isabel McNamara is a loser. She is a smelly, smelly loser. Sequatic is a smelly.
We've just
To
had
be
unauthorized
fair, to be
breaching.
fair.
Oh.
That was
Free
the airwaves
Palestine.
just hijacked.
Free Palestine.
Okay, no, free Palestine is where we draw the line. No. I do not agree with that. No. We're not going to get into debate about the Middle East on an RTE election.
Okay, moving
anyway.
swiftly on.
Is there any more recounts though? Do we know if there's any more recounts? Because I've not seen.
Ask for bloody deep state plant
Hang on.
himself. We don't know. He's bloody a deep state plant. He should know all the information. But no, actually, to be fair, Aaron, you can basically sue anyone without the need for the DPP because it's a civil case. DPP is only for civil cases, but
Yes,
I don't know.
of course. I could sue you. If I woke up tomorrow and I wanted to sue you, I would.
Oh, no,
But
I shouldn't have said that.
but
I
me and
shouldn't have said that.
me and Maxie O'Neill are going out tonight in Dublin City, and we're going to get langers.
All I'm saying is, you better pray that you make it back home in one piece. That's what I'm saying.
The people of Limerick need me. I can't do that to them. And I won. I won my constituency. No recounts?
Oh.
No more recounts.
So that's it then, isn't it? So the final tally.
Oh yeah, all final. No more recounts. So Aaron, with that being said, I can officially confirm Sinn Féin are the largest party in the election. We can predict now Sinn Féin once again will be the largest party.
No, you owe me
Democrats.
20 euros and a £100 voucher, or whatever it was.
Well done to RT for predicting that Sinn Féin will be the largest party when we were in fact the largest party.
Yes. But no, as we can confirm, Sinn Féin, or at least we predict, which is the likely result, Sinn Féin are the largest party. They've fought hard for this result, and
let me stop you right there. We've got a recount coming in now from the Electoral Commission. In
no, this is very credible information from Thomas here. Oh damn, he's been forcefully removed. we love Tom. We love Tom. But no, anyways, all jokes aside, Aaron, how are you feeling now? Because you've just been you've dethroned the Social Democrats as the largest party for the first time in I don't know how many elections. So Sinn Féin must be bloody, they must be bloody ecstatic to say the least.
I mean, yes, I think it is.
Oh, the document's been released for the Shannon general election results.
Amazing. I love the Shannon. But anyway, I think it's unfair to the Social Democrats to say they've been dethroned. Like, is it 9 seats? 9 seats is nothing to laugh at. 9 seats is a huge amount. 9 seats is a massive, massive opposition. Like, we will have to work hard.
Who are you going to work with?
I mean, I can't.
Are you going to work with the Social Democrats? Are you going to work with the Social Democrats?
I'm not at liberty to publicly comment on coalition talks.
Yes, you will be at liberty to discuss. Otherwise, I will.
Do you have a preference? Minority government, perhaps?
Do I have a preference?
Yeah.
I don't, to be honest.
Wow.
That's my personal opinion, right? Because I've always been a big bipartisan person. I've always worked across the aisle. Like when I led Labour, I remember I collaborated with Francis Butler Yeats on many bills when I was his opposition, and by that I mean I taught all his bills. But yeah, it's
Yeah, but that Labour leadership didn't really last long now, did it? At least from what I've been told.
I mean I won the election. I became Taoiseach, so
I know, I'm just having you on. But no, fair play to you.
So if Seth wants to reach out, I'll talk to him. I'm not.
No, I will pay you whatever it takes to keep him out of office. I swear to God, I do not appreciate Michael Jackson, who is, well, I'm not going to get into debate with that. I've made my stance clear 100,000 times. But I will pay Sinn Féin and you out of my personal offshore bank account, however much it takes to keep them out of office. How about that?
Okay. Noah, you can email me because it's not safe to talk here.
Okay, I'll give you the
We've just
proposal.
had
It's not safe here.
turnout on vote shares has been released by the Electoral Commission.
Incredible. I would like to shout out Max O'Neill, Maxi King 15. Well done. You did a great job on your first election.
Right,
Also shout out to Eamon McNamara, the Shannon returning officer. His first ever election with the Shannon panel system. It wasn't easy. I know because I helped with the Irish translations on the document. But we did it.
Thank you for that, Erin.
We did it and we got there.
Yeah, fair play to you guys. Right, well, with that being said, we've been on here for so long, I'm gonna bloody collapse. So, with that being said, I think we'll just wrap up here. Unless Emperor, do you have any final thoughts?
No, but I do think it will be interesting to look forward to coalition talks and whatnot that happen over the week.
That is very true.
Remember, Wednesday is when they have the nominations for Taoiseach, and Saturday is the first formal sitting. So yeah, that's all I've got to say. Thank you, everyone.
Coalition talks. That will be a very interesting sight to see. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, obviously, Sinn Féin, largest party, I would say they hold all the power in coalition talks, but they do hold like majority of it. It's just a case of what they decide to do.
You need 12 seats. Was it 12 or 13 for
actually? I did promise someone that they could come on. He's already on the stage. We got Nicholas coming back. He wants to speak on behalf of Fianna Fáil. So, Erin, with that being said, we'll let you go on this one. But thank you and congratulations to you and the entirety of Sinn Féin for your win and for becoming the largest party. And we look forward to seeing what the coalition talks, the outcome of them. So, thank you very much, Erin.
Thank you.
Right, we got Nicholas calling in, I believe. Nicholas, are you there?
Yes, Grimmy Malgut, I'm here, as always, delighted.
You said you wanted to speak on behalf of Fianna Fáil, so do so.
Well, look, I think personally, I think Fianna Fáil has done well in terms of retaining its seat count. We came into this election with 2 seats. We've retained 2 seats. Is it the election we were expecting? No, I will not say that. But I do think even with these 2 seat counts, it does put Fianna Fáil in an excellent position in terms of forming the next government. It does put us as somewhat of a kingmaker. Even still, either the Social Democrats will require us, either Sinn Féin will require us. Either party will require Fianna Fáil to get into government, really, because I doubt Sinn Féin will want to work with Fine Gael just because they have practically died. They're dead. They're no more. And look, if Fianna Fáil is looking to get a government up again, get a government active again, and we're extending an olive branch to all parties. But I do think in my second or in my first message to you, I did want to speak a small bit of my Shannon election, well, Shannon loss, I should say, if I'm able to do that or not. That's up to you.
Thank you very much, Nicholas, and we'll probably wrap it up.
Okay, well, no. I just asked you a question.
Oh, I didn't even listen to that. What did you say?
Okay, that's great to hear. That's great to hear from RT.
No, I didn't listen to that question. What do you? I heard what you said, but I didn't listen to the question.
No, I just can I make a personal statement in regards to Shannon? Am I lost there?
Ah,
if not, it's okay.
Okay. I might have got lost. Yeah. Well, we'll wrap it up here. Because we've been on it for so long.
This has been
Oh,
the
go on.
lowest. This has been the lowest turnout since January of 2025. So that's interesting as well.
That is true, and the exit poll came close to being accurate, but like I said, take it with a grain of salt. The deep state implant. He made it look like it was bang on 100% for a second, but then obviously he had to take all those ballots out and show.
Oh, this is actually the exact same turnout as the what one is it?
Oof.
As the yeah, it's the exact same turnout as that January 2025 election. The exact same 143 voters. Yeah, that's
interesting. Well, with that being said, I guess we'll wrap it up here. Thank you very much to first of all Emperor for joining tonight. He's been amazing as a fellow presenter. Thank you to Row TV and RTE for their amazing, outstanding work. Thank you to the camera team for their outstanding work. Thank you to the guests we've had as well for their outstanding work. And thank you to the viewers for tuning in and listening throughout this, almost 2-hour ordeal where the deep state once again rigged the election for legal reasons. That's a joke. I know, just genuinely, this has probably been one of the most, the most contested election we've had in years, and it ultimately ended up with Sinn Féin managing to become the largest party, which meant Social Democrats fall to second place for the first time in, I think, about 2 or 3 elections. And yeah, what those results mean for the future of government and who takes the keys to Marion Street, that is yet to be decided. But I'm sure we will find the answer before Wednesday, which is when the first sitting of the Dáil will be, when the Taoiseach nominations take place. So I hope we have a solution before there. But anyways, thank you very much for tuning in, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it despite the ups and downs we've had, and I wish you a very blessed evening from us at the RTE studios. Good night.